So a YouTuber named April Ryan has made a video about YouTube's newest changes could ruin my channel. Obviously his full video will be linked in the description down below, and the discussion is about specifically the YouTube's policy. Let's see the little bit of context of April Ryan's video.
This is actually going to be a serious video. I actually recorded this once through already, but what I want to try and do is re-record this because I feel like my articulation, my speaking about this current issue got a little bit sidetracked too often, and I want to bring this back to an easy, understandable baseline rather than rambling too much, or I'll save that for the end, because I want to speak about some of these new YouTube changes that they're implementing and why it's potentially about to damage my channel severely and a lot of up-and-coming creators to the point where they might have to actually quit YouTube and just consider other alternate career paths. I'm being extremely genuine right now because I have firsthand seen the results of this happening to some of my friends as it's going down. Ad revenue, okay? And more specifically, updates to the way that YouTube is about to process mid-roll ads for creators on YouTube, and at the moment, why their new system is about to be incredibly damaging to people like myself. I think gaming is about to be the most affected sector of this problem. I might honestly potentially have to consider just stopping doing videos unless I change my style entirely. But YouTube is trying to update their system to find a better balance where these mid-roll ads appear and also so it's better for the viewing experience. What we have to remember ultimately is that advertisements are the reason that YouTubers can even do this as a job. I'm in the process of training up another editor, and the reason I can do this is because the current mid-roll ad situation obviously pays me enough so that I can then pay other people to help me, and I can almost help other people earn some kind of like monetary thing from this. Like, it's kind of sick how it works. But that may change. What's happening? Starting May 12, 2025, we're improving the quality of mid-roll ads on YouTube. That means we'll show more mid-roll ads at natural breakpoints, like pauses and transitions, and fewer ads where they may feel interruptive or cause viewers to abandon the video, like in the middle of a sentence or an action sequence. On the surface, that sounds great. That sounds fantastic. But there's a quick problem that immediately emerges, which is, what about for people who choose to remove any of those slower, quiet, dull moments from their videos, aka myself?
Of course, when you see April Ryan obviously explaining of the ad revenue and what they changed in the policy, how it works, you mostly agree, if you're a viewer, that, oh, now I could enjoy more and have to see a little bit less ads or lesser weird 2-hour glitch or anything like that, unskippable blah blah blah. I could finally watch something and I will enjoy it. And it doesn't have to ruin my experience or whatever. But at the same time, if you're the content creator, this is pretty bad. Like, you could probably get 1-2 ads at bare minimum, which is fine, or actually get nothing, which April Ryan will explain a little more detailed on that. Again, I have nothing to really say about these, but I will say that this is possibly will be YouTube's biggest mistake and biggest downfall of adding this thing. I'm assuming they're using AI or whatever. I know they used computer robots automatic thing before. I meant it in a different context, but it just doesn't really work that way, and it won't work at all. In either way, this shouldn't be a rule. It shouldn't be a thing in the policy, especially if it's a good chance that, let's go, in terms of gaming content, let's go with 20%, and those 20% are the biggest channels you could probably never heard of, but you could also think of at the same time. That's not a good percentage, especially if people starting to understand the rule more and more, and people obviously gonna say, well, as much as I like this addition, if I don't see my favorite YouTuber because he quit because of this, I'm going to be mad, and that will happen in a couple of months or so. And that is my prediction on that. Now let's April Ryan continue on his adventure.
This is a picture here from iBella. She tweeted out saying how, this is going to be a slap in the face for gaming creators. I'm disappointed. I really hope they revert this because her videos are being affected. You can see a lot of this interruptive tag next to ad slot manual. And what these are, this signifies that this creator, Bella, has gone through her channel, or gone through her video, should I say, and she's found natural breakpoints that she deems appropriate to input a manual ad.
You know what really stinks about this? Is that imagine that I do have ads that plays around in my videos. It's a 20-minute video, let's say that. You know, for the most part, that is not really 20 minutes. But still, 20-minute video. Or maybe in this example, my video is around 10 to 11 minutes. I'm just talking, yapping and yapping. And all of a sudden there is a
one hot and ready pizza, $5.
break. And a quick look at iBella. She's an incredibly successful YouTube channel who obviously is doing something that works for an audience that wants to come back continually and watch her videos. Her videos are getting hundreds of thousands of views. I took a quick look at one of Bella's videos and they're very highly edited. There's a lot of effort that goes into them to make sure her video feels consistent, always fun for the audience that she has. And obviously it works. But now it might not work to the extent where she's going to have to make changes to her channel. The Real Civil Engineer says that the new ad update just cost 25% of their revenue, and it's also going to cost some of his team their jobs potentially. So yeah, this is definitely working. This is really, really good. This is not good. So as said before, this new ad system is looking like it's going to be implemented in, I think May is going to be the main rollout, though they have begun to, as I said before, allow some users to enable this and test the waters. If I got the option to enable this, you bet I'm going to stay away from that option for as long as I can. But now we're going to show someone who's actually had a first-hand experience with this new system, which is Creekcraft. In his recent video, he actually showcased how this new ad system is going to work and also the damaging effects to how this might affect a lot of creators. So let's see this.
YouTube will automatically put ads in your videos based on, I guess, their own system. Like YouTube just kind of decides when to put an ad in. So there's a button right here and you click it and it gives you an automatic ad slot. So YouTube looked at this video and they're like, okay, there is one good spot to put an ad in this video, and it's right in the middle. One ad in a 12-minute video. That's not that great. This video is not going to make a lot of money, barely any money with one ad in the middle of the video, right? Like, not great. But it gets worse, because if we go to the next video and we click automatic ad slots, look at that. There's no ads. And YouTube pops up and says, we couldn't find any natural breakpoints in the video. Therefore, YouTube is not going to put any ads in this video. What about my next video? No ads. What about my next video? No ads. What about my next video? No ads. What about my next video? No ads.
based on my official opinions about all of that situation. Obviously, both of their channels will be linked in the description down below. And about like all of that in general, I will say that again, I don't dislike the decision that YouTube made about this. Obviously, I hope that it's not as bad as Abe and Ryan is technically saying, as bad as everyone is saying, but so far it's not particularly good for content creators side. In terms of the viewership and the people that's watching, they like it because we already know that it helps with the viewership to at least not cry over ads every day. But I don't think this is a good way to do it, especially if it's a good chance that YouTubers could quit or just take a break at bare minimum. And the weirdest part is that if there's nothing, like in a 10-12 minute video, and there's not one part of that whole thing that there's no ad, that YouTube cannot automatically put anywhere in the ads, you don't earn money. What? Imagine working so hard on your career as a YouTuber, and you finally have a chance to have ads in your videos, and then the first time you do it, you don't have it because of this policy now. Obviously, it'll be official until the 20th, around May. I think it's already mentioned. I think the 15th. I just don't particularly like this decision. I don't really like what YouTube is trying to do here. Even though it's not bad, it's just not good for the content creator side compared to people that watch it. In my personal opinion, I don't think they should even do this in general. I don't think they should even ever discuss something like that. Except they did, and they're going to put it on May, which is in 2 months. But again, that's my opinion. And in the end of the day, it's a business thing. And again, at some point, YouTube is probably gonna hear the backlash and say, you know what? That never happened. Ignore that. Boom, it disappeared. That's what I'm assuming. But if they are going to keep this, and for the next year, I will say, YouTube probably will never exist. I'm actually gonna be honest. Like, what's the whole point of having ads if you can't even earn money from them? And, like, how's that possible? Not even one. And even one is not like enough money. That's like pennies, like actual pennies. YouTubers make a living out of it for years, and all of a sudden they can't make money anymore because, oh, la di da, new policy. Like that's not really nice at all. Especially one of the biggest YouTubers even made money. All of a sudden, you can't make money anymore. Unless they had some sort of biasness, in that case that could happen. And YouTube do be really weird with those type of stuff. Again, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any experience with having my own ads. I don't have any experience with anything like that. I just saying what I have to say, and obviously spread the word, all that bullshit. But either way, I do say that in my actual honest opinion that I do think that YouTube kind of needs to like take a step back. Like this is not particularly a good idea. But again, obviously, if you want full context on both of the videos, links will be in the description down below. I really appreciate all love support, and until then, I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.